Okay, okay. So I'm gonna start my timer. Yes, awesome. Thank you. Thank you. You see the screen? Okay, well, thank you all so much for being here. I'm gonna go ahead and start because we're 3 minutes late. My apologies for that. We're gonna be here from 1:58. Well, we've been here from 1:55, and we will end our session a little bit before 2:55, for so we can have time for Q&A. So my presentation for today is app smashing, right? We are going to be using these two apps to complement our instruction with in the math classroom. So sounds and screen shared and visible. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much. So if you can please help me, we're gonna be using the chat back and forth. I want to be able to see what you're thinking, to read any questions, por favor. Any questions that you have, let me know on the chat. And you're also more than welcome to open your mics. This is a conversation among friends, right? Es una conversación entre colegas. So please, at any time, you're more than welcome to open your mics or send any questions that you have on the chat. So before we start our presentation, I have two questions, super fast questions for you. We're going to use math. Right here, we're going to use numbers, right? We're going to use a scale from a 1 to a 5. I would love to know, how familiar are you with flip? 1 being, I have no idea what you're talking about, Feli, to a 5 being, I'm an expert, right? I've been using it for a while in the classroom. So if you can please let me know on the chat, por favorcito, 1 to a 5. 1, I have no clue. 2, 5, I'm an expert. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And we're talking about flip, right? We're getting data on our flip. How familiar are we with flip? So I see ones, I see twos, threes, fours. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I will be providing the presentation for you all so you all can have it. And I'm also going to be asking you to be part of a group that I am going to be creating for you all so that you can see a flip math group in action. Thank you all so much. Thank you all so much for participating in the chat, and thank you for answering my question. My next question, now that I have the data in flip, I would love for you to tell me now, how familiar are you with this app right here, which is called Math Solver. The name of the app is Math Solver. So same thing. We're gonna use the same the 1 to 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 being it's the first time that I hear of it. To a 5, I've been using it already in my instruction, in my planning, or in my everyday life. So let's see. 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much for participating in the chat. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So I can conclude that we are not as familiar as with Math Solver as we are with Flip. Okay. By the time we go home, we're already home. By the time we finish the presentation today, it's one of my goals for you to be comfortable with these two applications so that you can use it in the classroom with your math, with your students. We're in every content area that you teach, and also so that you can that you're familiar with Math Solver and how it can help our students, but it can also help us as educators for planning. And I'll show you both perspectives, what I have, how I've been using it and presenting to other school districts here in the United States and Mexico y Latinoamérica también. So before we start, just a little bit of our agenda. So we are going to be talking about what app smashing is. We are going to be reviewing, right? A quick review of what Flip is. And then I'm going to show you Math Solver in action. Just a little bit of me. My name is Fely Garcia-Lopez. I'm one of the Educator Innovation Leads at Team Flip with Microsoft. I've been with Microsoft for 2 years and a half. Yes, 2 años y medio. Before that, teacher in La Jolla ISD, ELA, ESL, and science teacher in La Jolla ISD for more than 17 years. I also had the honor to work for the bilingual department and the technology department for more than 10 years. And I provide a lot of professional development here in the United States and a lot of professional development as well in México y Latinoamérica. Una de mis responsabilidades como parte del equipo de Microsoft es compartir Flip y las aplicaciones que ya son y forman parte de la familia de Flip totalmente en español. And here in the United States, I also do a lot of professional development and how to bring Flip into the classroom and now other applications that are now part of the learning family, the Flip learning family, and Math Solver being one of them. This is a new application that was added to our family. So a little bit of background knowledge about app smashing. Yep, you already know. I already gave you a lot of info about me. I live here in the Valley. I live here in Edinburgh. Somos vecinitos. Vivo aquí en Edimburgo. So anything I can help you with, por favor, let me know. I will share my email address with you all at the end of the presentation so that if there's anything I can help you with, por favor. Oh, América, somos vecinas. Anything I can help you with, please, 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 con toda confianza, estoy aquí para servirles. So, just a little bit of background information about app smashing, right? I've been talking about and using app smashing in the classroom with my students because app smashing is about being creative. And it's the main idea, right, of our amazing technology conference that our amazing Far San Juan Alamo district created and organized for all of us. So app smashing is an educational technique that consists of combining different applications, right? Different apps and digital tools to create a more complex and creative final product. The idea of this is that every tool is going to bring something unique to the creation and that together they can create something more interesting and more original. So when I am designing my lesson plans, I am app smashing. Why? Because I'm using different apps to create my final product, which is my lesson plan, right? That's the end in mind, right? A lot of in a lot of my presentations, I talk about the backwards design, how I love it and how I used it in the classroom, right? We always start with the end in mind. And that's how I've been using app smashing with my students and also with educators all over the place, right? When we start with the end in mind, we show a product. So I always show my students a product. What is it that I am asking them to do so that they see it, right? And the way they make it into that product, we can use app smashing. We can use several apps that are gonna take us right to the final, the ending, the final product. Now, the app smashing, the way I used it in my classroom is initially like week one when I started the school year is that I was the one introducing the apps for my students and I will let them know the specific apps that I wanted them to use for a specific purpose, right? So Flip or Flipgrid, because our app our app was called Flipgrid a year ago. So when I was in the classroom, it was called Flipgrid. So Flipgrid was always present in my instruction, right? And then I started to teach my students to use other apps so that we could complement the final product in the classroom, right? Now, I personally, I'm a middle school teacher for many years. I worked with students from pre-K all the way to high school, and right now I have tengo la bendición. I'm working on my doctoral program, and I'm working coaching a group of college students that want to become college. They want to become teachers, right? So right now, I also have the experience in higher ed, and what I've been showing my kids, my students, or my higher ed students is that we don't need a lot of apps to create a product. And we also, in terms of creativity, we also need to give our students the freedom to select what apps they feel more comfortable with. Not all of I was very happy and obsessed with Flipgrid or Flip, but not all of my students were or had the same feelings as me, right? And it was totally okay. Then I will ask them, okay, what app makes you feel more comfortable or more creative? If that is your app, bring it on, because we can still use it with Flip. Flip is one of the applications that allows you to incorporate app smashing, but this is about creating these relationships with our students where we give them the option, right? We give them the option to be creative in their ways. So that way the learning happens, right? So once again, app smashing is going to bring several apps into our instruction. Example, a teacher might ask a student to create a video on a certain topic using different tools. They might use a presentation tool to create graphics and images, voice recording, video editing, and so on and so forth, right? So we get into the final product. In this way, app smashing promotes creativity, right? Collaboration and also experimentation with different digital tools. We want our students to be ready for their future, not for our future, because we don't even know what tomorrow is going to bring us, right? But we want our students to be well-rounded, right? Que sepan, ¿verdad? De todo lo que está pasando en tecnología, and we as teachers as well. So in addition, it helps our students develop valuable digital and technological skills that can be useful in their future. So with that in mind, we are going to be app smashing, Flip, and Math Solver. We're going to be in a math classroom. You're going to be my math students, my math middle school students. And for those of you who are not very familiar with Flip, let me tell you what it is about before I jump into the platform. Flip is social learning. Flip is a simple, free video discussion app to make learning fun, empowering for everyone. So that's what Flip is about. It is completely free. Math Solver is also free. I'm not here to sell anything. So what I'm talking about in this presentation is completely free, available for teachers and students. So social learning, free video discussion app where we create a group. We create this group. We invite our students to be part of this group. So once we invite our students are going to find topics. These topics are the way for us to start the conversation with our students. The topic can be a question, idea, experiment, lo que ustedes quieran, whatever you all want, depending on what specific content or student expectation you're teaching that day or that week. So this is in the topic part of Flip. This is where we as teachers create learning opportunities for our students. I'm also going to show you as part of our Flip platform, I'm going to show you the Discovery Library where you can find more than 40,000 videos that are, I'm sorry, topics that are already created for us as teachers, and we can bring them into our groups in 3 clicks. Once we share the group with our students, they see the topic, they click on the topic, the magic of Flip happens. Why? Because our community starts creating videos, and we as teachers can leave feedback and leave comments on the videos. And with that, we interact with our students. Our website is available in English and Spanish, and our app for mobile devices is available in English, Spanish, Portuguese, Japanese, and French. So Are we ready to be in a math classroom? Is everybody ready? Because what I'm going to do now, I am going to take you to my flip class. Any questions before we jump into our math class? No questions? So far, so good? Awesome, awesome. Please, please, please let me know if you have any questions you want me to stop at one point or say, Feli, can you go back and do that again? Please let me know. Okay, so here we go, my friends. I have created a group for you all. All I gotta do in order for me to create a group, I click right here, group. I click on create a group. Once I do that, I'm gonna give my group a name and I'm gonna select a banner and bingo, there it is. My group has been created. It's that easy, super, super easy. So now that I have my group, I am going to invite my students. So what I'm gonna ask you to do, por favor, I'm gonna ask you to, if and of course, if this is okay with you all, in I am gonna ask you to participate in the class, but again, it's 100% optional. If you have your mobile devices with you, if you can go to the App Store or the Google Store and download the Flip app. It is completely free. It's completely, completely free. And that way we have our phones. Let me bring my phone into the equation. Okay, and my apologies because I don't have the slide. Uf, aquí está. Oops. Give me 1 second, por favor. Here it is. My apologies for that. Aquí, with your devices, here it is, with your device, with your mobile device. And once again, this is completely optional. If you want to download the free app to your phones, you can scan the QR code. This QR code is if you have an Apple device or an iPad or an iPhone, it'll take you to the App Store and you will be able to download the app. If you have an Android phone or tablet, you can scan this QR code and it will take you to the store and download the app. Por favorcito, if you can help me do that, I really, 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 really appreciate it. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to my group, my flip group. Let me minimize this screen and go back to our flip group. Aquí está. And what I'm going to do now is that I am going to invite you to this app smashing flip and math solver group that I created for you. So you see this button right here that says share. This is where I click so that I can have access to the different ways I can share this group with my students. My first option is the QR code. The QR code is going to work if my students are using their phones or their mobile devices, right? Their folders or their tablets or their phones. So right here on the screen, you see my phone. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to click on share. I'm going to bring the QR code to the screen. I'm going to activate my phone, right? And you see the app already here on my phone. So I'm going to open the app. And at the top of the app, you're going to be able to see this QR code. I'm going to tap on the QR code and the flip camera or the scanner, right, activates. So once I do that, all I got to do now is scan the flip QR code. So I scan it and you're going to be welcome to my app smashing flip and math solver class. Now, I was already logged in to my flip account from my phone. If this is the first time that you are using Flip on your phone, it is going to ask you to log in with your email. You can use your school email, and if you feel more comfortable using your personal email, it is completely up to you. So I'm gonna ask you to please, if you are gonna be using your devices for the activity, so scan the QR code that we see on the screen. Thank you very much. And once again, this is if our students are using these mobile devices. Okay, I can go back to that QR code at any time. Let me go ahead and move on because I want to show you the second option that I have to share my group with you all, which is a link, right? Super easy. It is right here. All I got to do is click on copy. I'm going to copy. I'm going to come to the chat where I have all of you. I'm going to click on paste. There we go. I'm here on the chat. I'm going to paste it. I'm going to send it. There it is. It's already on the chat. So what I'm going to ask you to do, please, is to click on the link that I just sent so that you can be part of my class. Okay, I'll wait for you to join the class while I'll also show you that I can also bring my Google Classroom into Flip. If I want to join my Flip class with my Google Classroom class, I can do that. All I gotta do is click right here on Google Classroom, and then I am going to unlink my account so that you can see it in action. I'm so sorry, my internet has been acting up all day. My apologies. There it is. I'm back. So I'm gonna click on Google Classroom again. And all I gotta do, my friends, is just click on continue with Google. And once I click on continue with Google, I just need to make sure that I log in using my Google Classroom credentials. I allow Google Classroom to work together with Flip. And then I need to select the Google Classroom class where I want to send this Flip group to. So I have several options to share these with my students. So I'm going to click right here so I can close that screen. I can come back to that share window at any time. And this group is available for my students as long as I want to. I can have one group for the entire semester or for the first 6 weeks or for the entire year, right? This is your classroom management. It is completely up to you. So I can see right here that I already have 16 students that enrolled in class. Thank you all so much. Ay, Dios mío, mi internet otra vez. Ahí está. Otra vez, once again, the link is on the chat so that you can be part of this class, of this app smashing flip and math solver. So now that I have you here, the first thing that I would love for you to see is how we are now going to bring math solver into the equation, right? So we got flip. I show you the group, the topics. I have several math topics right here that I'm going to be asking you to work with. I have a geometric shapes topic. I have a solving math problem, and I also have a shape hunt topic that I'm going to jump into it in a minute. But now that we have Flip, it's ready to go and it's ready to be part of my instruction. Are there any questions right here, por favor? I'm looking at the chat. Any questions about Flip? Anything that you want me to answer about Flip? Por favor. No questions? Okay, so far so good then. We're gonna continue with this. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna show you a new thing that we have. It's been out in the market for less than a month, I believe. and it is part of the artificial intelligence that we have as part of Flip. So if you see right here, these topics that I have available for you, I created them by clicking right here on Add Topic. If you're familiar with Flip, you already know that you click right here, it takes you to this page where I have to give my topic a title, and this, in this space, is where I invite my students, right? Or this is where I ask the questions for my students so that we can start our conversation. So once again, I can add topic media, I can add an image, I can add a video, I can record myself explaining what I want to see, I can add a Bitmoji, a GIF, a sticker, I can upload a video that I probably already have in my computer, I can bring a YouTube video, and I can add up to 9 attachments to this topic. I also decide the time that my students are going to be recording themselves, right? So this right here, this button where it says, this pink button right here, topic is when I want to start from zero, right? I want to be the one creating the topic. Well, now with artificial intelligence, like everything that has been happening with artificial intelligence, we decided to bring part of our Bing AI or artificial intelligence as part of the Microsoft family and add it or have it available in Flip. Now, the artificial intelligence that we have and we offer as part of Flip is called Topic Copilot, right? So we are going to have a copilot, un copiloto, next to us creating a topic. What happens when I click right here? This is what happens, my friends. Now, Topic Copilot is going to ask me the following. Enter the info below and Topic Copilot will generate topic ideas for you. So the first a piece of information that is asking me to input is show me discussion prompts about. So what is it? What is it that you want to see? What do you want this topic to be about? So I'm thinking that the majority of the people who's attending this session is a math teacher, right? So I'm going to ask you for your help. I'm going to ask you to add on the chat. I want you to tell me a concept that you would like to, a math concept that you would like for Topic Copilot to help us with, or that you would like Topic Copilot to create a discussion prompt for our students. Anything you want, math teachers, anything you want, just help me with that. Okay, awesome. Probability. Okay, we're gonna go with this one. So I'm just gonna copy and I'm gonna paste it right here. So probability, whoop, let me delete that, okay. Perfecto, thank you so much. Thank you so very much. I'll go with the second one in a minute. Let's see what happens with probability. I don't know what's gonna happen, okay? We're gonna learn together. Now, can you help me with the H? Is probability we talk about probability with our students in elementary, middle school, high school, or college. Which is the grade level that you want me to select? Which is the best grade level that you want me to select? Elementary, excelente, muchas gracias. So I'm gonna click on elementary, right? So I have I wanna see discussion prompts about probability at an elementary level. Sale? Let's see what it says. Let's see what Topic Copilot generates, right? I'm gonna click right here on generate ideas. And let's analyze. This is what Topic Copilot is suggesting us. So the first question that is suggesting is, what is the probability of something happening? What is the chance of something occurring? What are the odds of something happening? What is the likelihood of this event? What is the chance of this happening? What do you all think? Good, bad? It doesn't go with the TEKS or with the student expectation that I'm teaching? Talk to me, talk to me. Are those good suggestions o nada que ver? Do I need to be more specific on what I want to see? Or you want me to select one? Which of these is a good one to use with my students? I can also go back and change this. I can click right here and maybe change the keyword to something else and generate new ideas. You want me to do that? I can click on generate ideas and let's see if it gives us new topic ideas. Okay, now it's telling me what is the probability of flipping a coin? What if you choose a card from a deck? Can you guess which number I'm thinking of? How likely is it to roll a 6 on a dice? Can you calculate the chance of winning this game? So what about this, right? Yes, is that better? Okay, amazing. Which of these options do you think do you want me to go with? What is the probability of flipping a coin? What if is that, yes, they're better? Is it okay if I go with the first option? Okay, I'm gonna go with what is the probability of flipping a coin? So I know my ticks, I know my student expectations. Every presentation that I've had since last year about artificial intelligence, the first question that I always get from teachers is, Fely, do you think AI, artificial intelligence, is going to replace us as teachers? And my answer has always been, and it's always going to be, no. We as teachers are not going to be replaced by artificial intelligence. We need to be, and we need to educate ourselves with artificial intelligence because we can be replaced by another human who knows about artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is not going to be the one replacing us, right? So the main idea of this tech conference has been creativity, right? With creativity comes, we need to continue educating ourselves in everything that is coming in education. And once again, if there's anything I can help you with, please let me know. Yo estoy aquí para servirles. So I'm using this topical pilot as my helper, right? Because I already know about artificial intelligence. So here it is. What is the probability of flipping a coin? That's the question that I want to use because I know my ticks. I know how it is going to be tested on the start test. So I'm going to click right here and look at what happens. Artificial or topical pilot already created the topic for me. It added the question as the title of this topic, and it also added 3 more questions where or to guide my students into having a great conversation about this specific TIC or student expectation that talks about probability. What other events could a probability be applied to? What is the mathematical probability of flipping a coin? How do different probabilities determine outcomes, right? So what's the next thing I can do here as a flip topic? I can add a topic media so that my topic is even more complete for my students. Once again, I can bring an image. I can add a video. I can record myself explaining the final product. Remember, app smashing. I can add a Bitmoji, a GIF, a sticker. I can upload a video. I can add a YouTube video, or I can add up to 9 attachments, right? Because of time, my friends, I'm just gonna go right here to the GIFs or GIFs, whatever you call them, and I am going to see what it has for probability. Let's see what it tells me, right? Or let's go with math, with the word mathematics, right? So that one looks fun. I'm gonna add this one. I'm gonna add it right here. And now my students have a visual of what's happening in class. So if and only if, my friends, if you are using this topic as an assessment, or you want to be the one watching the videos first, and then once you watch the videos, approve the videos so the rest of the students that you have in class can see them, then we have to go into settings and make sure that this button right here, the moderate student activity, is on. Okay, it's automatically off. What does that mean? That means that all of the video responses and comments are gonna stay hidden. They're not gonna be available until you, as the teacher, approves them. You gotta approve them. So just be very careful with that option, por favor, because it's automatically off. I have to go into settings so that I can turn that option on. So with that in mind, we are ready to go. I click on post topic, and this AI did the work for me. Questions about our artificial intelligence as part of Flip? Any question, my friends? So far, so good? Yes, yes. Okay. Awesome. So now let me go back really quick to our PowerPoint presentation, because I am now gonna show you super quick, super quick now what Math Solver is. So Math Solver is a free app that helps solve complex math problems through your smartphone's camera or by us entering the equation. Please repeat how we got to the AI. Yes, 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 of course. For now, okay, let me go back. Aquí está. Aquí está. It is, I'm gonna be, you need to be in your group, okay? Once you are in your group, right here on the right-hand side, there is this option here that's called Topic Copilot. So just click on it, por favor, click on it. And this is where you're going to type the keywords, right? So that Topic Copilot can create the discussion for you. So what info you want to add right here so that Topic Copilot does the work for you. Once you add the word or the words, then you select the grade level you're working with, and the magic happens. Topic Copilot creates the topic for you.
Quick question.
Yes, of
I don't
course.
see it on mine. Is it because that I'm a student mode or something? Maybe when I'm the teacher, because I don't see it on the ones that we have.
Uh, are you on a computer? Let me ask you that first. Are you using a
Yes.
computer, or okay? You don't see it in the group. Are you in my group?
Yes.
Okay, that's the reason why. The reason why you don't see it right now is because right now you're my student.
Oh,
When you create your group over here, when you create your own group, you will be able to see Topic Copilot, and you will create your topics for your students. But right now you are my student.
got it.
Get it?
Thank you. Yep.
Awesome. My pleasure. Thank you. Thank you for asking questions. Love it. Yes, you won't see it. I'm sorry. You won't see it, but it's you're my students right now. So we as teachers, the screen that I'm projecting is the teacher perspective. Only us teachers can create those topics. Excellent questions. Thank you so much for that. Any other question? Are we okay? So far, so good? Yes, yes. Okay, now I am going to bring my cell phone back to our to the game. Let me bring it over here. Aquí está mi telefonito. So you see my phone on the screen, right? I am going to exit Flip, because now we are going to talk about Math Solver. So this is the application. Once again, you all can download the app. It works on iPhone, or it works on Android devices, and it also it works on iPhone or Apple devices, either iPhone or tablet, and it also works on Android devices. What does it do? What does Math Solver do for us? Well, it solves an math problems, right? But it also allows us and our students to practice math. And once again, it is completely free. Okay, yes, that's a question for attendance. So once again, I'm going to show you Math Solver in action. The first thing that I am going to show you is the phone, right? So I am going to move my microphone a little bit to the right. I'm going to open my phone. I have the app downloaded. I'm going to open the app. And on the app, you're going to be able to see the different options that I have. I can scan, I can draw, and I can type. So once again, this is a math app that is going to be helping me with my math problems. So right here on settings, I can click on settings and I can also go to language, right? And it is available to more than 35 languages, right? I can have it in English. I can also have it in Espanol, or if your students are multilingual students and they speak more than 2 languages, then several languages are available right here. So that's part of the settings of the app. Once again, it is a free app. What I'm going to do right now, my friends, is that I am going to use the option of scanning, right? I already have a math problem on a piece of paper. So what I'm going to do, I am going to, with the option, with my phone, with the option of scanning, I'm going to come over here and I am going to scan this problem right here. 3x plus 1 equals 6. Then I'm going to click on the circle that you see right here on the app. I'm going to click on it. It's going to scan it. And now it scanned my paper. So now let's see what Math Solver is telling me. So the problem is right here. If it didn't scan correctly, I can click on the pencil and write the correct thing that I wanted to scan, but I think it did. It's right here on this paper, 3x plus 1 equals 6. So right away, it's giving me the answer, right? But the beauty of this is that it gives me the steps to get to the solution. So it tells me step by step how it is getting into the solution. So it's telling me to 3x plus 1 equals 6. I have to subtract 1 from both sides, then step by step by step until it gives me the value of x. It is also something that I love about our Microsoft products is that Immersive Reader is also available here. Just like it is on Flip, it's also available, my friends, on Math Solver. What does Immersive Reader do? Immersive Reader is going to read aloud for our students so that if our students need that extra scaffolding or that extra help, they can click on Immersive Reader, and Immersive Reader will read the steps for our students one at a time. Now, it's also going to give me the option, the graphing option of the problem that I selected, right? If it applies, of course. It is also going to give me similar problems so that my students can take a quiz and practice, right? Practice with similar problems. And now I've seen this helping our students to practice, especially when we flip our instruction, or especially when we send the when we send homework, right? Maybe our students do not have, for whatever reason, they don't have the help at home. So they can use Math Solver as that tutor, as that math tutor that maybe they don't have at home. Either then their parents are working, right? They have two full-time jobs, or whatever the case might be, right? We need to be be understandable of the situations that our babies are living at home, right? Everybody's different, and everybody has different situations at home, right? So my babies, my students can take a quiz. It'll give you a quiz where they can practice, and it is also going to complement the answer of the app with videos that my students can watch so that they can better understand the question that was asked. So instead of sending my students to look for a video on YouTube so that they can understand this equation, Math Solver is going to find the specific videos that they can watch not only from YouTube, but also from Khan Academy. From the student perspective, amazing, right? We are, or the way I've shared Math Solver with students and with school districts and with other educators is Math Solver is going to be the helper, right? The artificial intelligence helper for my students that can help them in case they don't have anybody at home to help them with this. Now, for me as a teacher, the way I see it in terms of planning is that it gives me examples of other problems that I can use, right? That I can use to practice in my classroom. So I'm not looking all over the place or Googling them or looking all over the place for them. And I can also use these videos as part of my instruction in the classroom or as part of the videos that I can add to a flip topic. So Math Solver is also available on the website. So you can Google it, or if you're using Microsoft Edge like me, you can search for it and go to the website. This is how the website looks like. The difference between the app and the website obviously is not on the website. We don't have the option of scanning. That's only on the app. I am going to copy the link and add it on the chat so that you can have it. There it is. There's the link to the Matt Solberg website. And there's pre-algebra, algebra, trigonometry, and calculus. So that you change depending on the topic that you're talking about, you change the calculator that you're going to need, right? So here is where you're going to type the problem. You click on solve and it'll give you the answers just like the app did with the phone. So once again, all of this is free, my friends. Everything that I'm talking about here is completely free. And now I am going to go back to my flip topic. Sorry, it's right here to our flip group because I want to show you how I app smashed flip with Math Solver. There is one specific problem that I added right here for my kids so that they could get familiar with the app. But are there any questions about the Math Solver website or the app, por favor? If you have any questions, please let me know on the chat. No? Okay. So far, so good. Awesome. So what I'm going to ask you now, I'm going to ask you to go to our App Smashing Flip and Math Solver group. And I'm going to ask you to please click on the one that says solve 3x plus 1 equals 6 for x. I want you to click on it, please. Once you click on it, my friends, I'm asking my students, solve for x, explain how you found your answer. Watch the attached video of this equation being solved with Math Solver. So what I did right here is that I recorded my phone. If we click on this, and this video is available for my students as part of the topic that I created for them. So if my students watch the video, they're going to see how I open the app, I scan the problem. There it is. Huh? Scanning. And now it's going to take me to the answer, right? And the solution to the different steps, right? How it got to the solution. So I'm showing my students how the app works. I added this, I recorded my phone when I was doing this using Math Solver, and I added it as part of the topic. So now I'm asking my students to watch the video for the equation being solved, and then I'm going to ask my students to compare. Did you come up with the same solution? How did your answers differ? How are your answers different? So now I'm taking it one step ahead of the game because I'm going to be asking my students to compare and contrast the answer they got with the answer or the steps that Math Solver is giving us. So this is a way for me to show my students how to work the math problem and show me using the flip camera how they got into the correct answer. So can this problem can it be solved any other way besides the one that Math Solver is showing me? So my students, when they click on record, they are going to be using all the tools that we have as part of the flip camera. In a minute, it will activate. So this is where my students go to. So they see right here these boards that are available as part of the camera. They click right here. They select one of the boards, whichever one, and then they use the entire board, right, to start drawing on the screen and showing me how they got to the answer. What steps did they follow? When they are showing me this, they're drawing on the screen 3x plus 1 equals 6. At the same time that they're drawing, they are recording themselves. How do they record themselves? They click right here, and in 3, 2, 1, this is where the magic happens. So they click right here and then tell me 3x plus 1 is equals 6. So I'm going to show you how to get to the right answer. They can pause, they can bring more creativity to the video. And once they show you the steps, they still have 1 minute and 40 seconds. They have enough time because remember, I decide for how long my students are going to record themselves. So once they record themselves telling you the different steps that they took to get to the right answer, they click on next. And then here is where our students can edit the video if they need to, or add music, right? Why not? It's about being creative, right? So they have all of these music available for their videos. And once they select the music, they click on next again. And then finally, Flip is going to ask them to select a cover page for their video. They can select a frame, right? Just like we do on YouTube. Actually, Flip does that automatically for us. They can take a selfie, they can upload a photo, or they can add their names if they want to do so, right? Whatever style they want, they confirm, they post to topic, and in a couple of seconds, the answer has been, and if the internet does not kick me out, the answer has been posted to my class. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna go back to my group so that I can show you what the answer looks like. There it is. Feli, the student, already turning her work. So now Feli's teacher is going to click on her video, and now Feli's teacher is going to watch the video right here, and Feli's teacher can provide Feli with feedback, right, in text, or Feli's teacher can also use the flip camera to provide her with feedback. So once again, this is one of the examples that I added to this group on how to app smash, flip, and Math Solver. I also added this one that talks about finding our kids are going to look for or going to be classifying pictures as a prism, right? And right here, I added a video. So what did I do? I created this video with my phone, with the camera on my phone, and I added it here as part of the app smashing that I'm doing for my students. And I added another example for you all. This is if you're teaching little ones. Whoops, not this one. That's the one that Matt, Topic Pilot created for us. But this one, Shape Hunt, this is another one that I love to use with my students, especially if we have mobile devices. I know with the little ones, we have access to the iPads, so I can ask my students to document what's around them. And with that in mind, my friends, this is App Smashing with Flip and Matt Solver. And I think we are at time. We have 2 more minutes for questions. Any questions that you have? Valentina, I don't know if you want to add something, mi corazón, but any questions, I am here. I thank you for being here. Thank you for your time.
Yes,
And I hope
I'll
you
end the
had an
session.
amazing day. Questions, questions, questions. How did you add the video from your phone
Oh,
to
we're
the
just like
flip?
I had put it in the we're together, and we were like almost in the same chair for a little bit. Like, hey, look. So yeah, thank you everyone. I have put already here the link for our conference website, also for the session. This is our fourth session, so for the session evaluation, we do have an end of the conference survey that will give us feedback for next year's technology conference. And also a link to check for the door prices will be showing up shortly. Thank you everyone for attending. Thank you, Fely, for such an amazing presentation, like always.
Thank
And your
you.
energy just brings joy to everyone that is able to hear you. Thank you so much.
Thank
We
you.
love
Thank
you.
you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Have an amazing day. Have a beautiful school year. Anything I can help you with, quedo a sus órdenes. Thank you so much. For the question, how did you add the video from your phone to the flip? I used my screen recording on my phone, and then I downloaded it on my phone. I downloaded it to my photos, and then I added it to the topic from here from my phone, because everything that I showed you that you can do web-based, you can do it on the app as well, we as teachers. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a beautiful, beautiful day.